Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter and welcome to my spoiler-free review for Toy Story 4. I know what you're probably thinking, Toy Story 3 left off on a perfect note. Why would they make a sequel to that? Because it's just gonna ruin the ending of Toy Story 3. But that sentiment is completely wrong because this movie does things that I didn't even imagine. So let's just get into the plot from a very simple point of view without giving anything away. We have Woody, we have Buzz Lightyear, they're all back in this one, but they are not with Andy anymore. They are with his little sister Bonnie, who is going to kindergarten. So Woody thinks that it's his job to go with her on her first day of kindergarten. On that first day, she ends up making her own toy called Forky. And, well, she's obsessed with Forky, and one day during a road trip, she basically loses Forky, and it's up to Woody to retrieve Forky because, well, he leaves no toy behind. It's always his motto, it's always his mission is to make every kid happy, and along the way there's lots of adventure, there's lots of surprises, just lots of incredible things happening in this hour and 40-minute movie. So getting into the things that I liked about Toy Story 4 is if you haven't actually seen a Toy Story movie in a long time, and if you haven't actually seen a Toy Story movie ever, you can go into this movie and still get a very enjoyable experience. They have this nice montage which really sets everything up and just kind of harkens back to previous events in the other films. I think that this animation is just unbelievable. Like their water effects from the rain that look just super realistic, as well as the hair. It's just, they've come such a long way, right? Because this is the first animated film that Disney's ever done, or Pixar, back in 1995. So to see it all the way now, after almost 25 years of iteration and improvement, and to see it get to this level is incredible. Like, you see Buzz Lightyear, you see like little tiny details where like his stickers are starting to peel off. You see the age of him and all this. It's just really just nice attention to detail. The action is just so cool. If you remember those early memories from Toy Story where all the toys are working to get together, trying to get things done, trying to do these missions, or same things going on there. Just stuff where I wanted to kind of like cringe a little bit because there's just a lot of suspense that is created with toys, which is incredible. Getting into the characters of Toy Story 4, I can't talk about Toy Story without talking about Woody, and Woody is the standout performance in this movie. He is the beacon of hope, and he knows his time is done, right? He can't really please Andy anymore, who has gone off to college. Andy has given him to his little sister Bonnie, and well, she doesn't really take a liking to Woody either. So it's Woody's mission to make these kids happy, and that is all it comes down to, is Woody being this symbol that is going to, make these other toys change their mind about their outlook on what it is they're doing. You find these lost toys that don't have a lot of places to go, and he's trying to inspire them to be more than what they are, that it isn't just the end of the road for them. They can still make kids happy. We also have tons of new characters that are introduced that all have their own little quirks, that all have their own little plot lines, which I found extremely satisfying. We have Duke Kaboom, voiced by none other than Keanu Reeves. I mean, what hasn't that guy been in lately? We also have Ducky and Bunny. We also have Gabby, and of course Forky. And I just love the character of Forky and his like inner fighting with where does he belong. He's made from trash out of a trash can, but he still pleases the character of Bonnie as her own personal toy. The villain in this, I thought, was great. I thought the villain had such great motivation. I was actually along for the ride with the villain in this movie, actually thinking like, okay, I can get behind why this particular villain is doing what they are doing, because it makes sense. And it all comes around full circle with as far as the feelings, I felt watching this thing. I mean, I went from extreme feelings of joy hearing that classic Toy Story song, You Got a Friend in Me, and then there's moments of just triumph again. And Pixar, I don't know if I could ever get through one of these Pixar movies without, having a little dust, so to speak, in my eye, because I I really got hit hard by this movie. I'll be honest with you, and I think it's part of that is the acting. The voice acting is incredible. How they put this movie together is incredible. Making these toys, it's really kind of a dumb thing when you think about it. Like, how can a toy movie make you cry? And it really, really does its job. There, Pixar does not pull any punches on this one because there's some lasting repercussions that happen in this movie that I didn't really expect. And especially, like I said, Toy Story 3. Okay, that's the end-all be-all Toy Story movie. There's no way it can end better. But then you get into this movie and you have all these amazing themes. Like, you have things such as listening to your voice, as well as learning to let go, and legacy, and acceptance. You have all these really deep kind of, this movie is really a metaphor for a lot of messages out there. And that's what I always like about these Pixar movies is, again, on a surface level, kids will love the heck out of this movie, but then adults can really sink their teeth into this thing and actually pull out some really valuable messages. And wrapping this all up, my positives, of course, like a lot of nostalgia affected me on this movie, right? So Toy Story is literally one of the first memories I have of a movie, ever watching a movie. I was obsessed with this movie as a kid. I can't tell you how many times I watched it. I was like 5 years old at the time. So seeing all this come full circle and seeing how the kids, like Bonnie, is reacting to the toys and about how toys are so important in your life. Like, again, it sounds dumb, but toys really are that thing. Like, everybody has that one toy that, helps comfort them, that helps get them through things like kindergarten, feeling like they're alone and feeling like they, they can't fit in. But toys are kind of the things that really bridge it and bridge the gap into making somebody feel like they can be accepted and feel like they are loved. So yeah, I mean, this movie really just hit home with me. So with that being said, I'm going to give Toy Story 4 a score of a 9.5 out of 10. This is my favorite movie of 2019 so far. You really can get a lot out of this movie. Anybody can go see this movie. If you're a kid, you'll get something out of this movie. If you're an adult, you'll especially get a lot out of this movie. So definitely don't sleep on this one. It looks fantastic, by the way, on an IMAX screen. So if you guys like this movie, if you have seen it, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I have plenty of other movies that I have been reviewing for this summer. It's been a very busy year, so make sure if you like this content, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll never miss another video. That is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.